Hey guys, it's MugenLord back again. Today we're going to talk about Square Enix because even though that I was impressed with their announcement at the Game Awards when it comes to Vision of Mana, it still looks like that Square Enix still have a lot to learn, especially when it comes to its mobile gaming sector. Because apparently another mobile game of theirs is officially shutting down. And what game could that possibly be? So before we dive into it, make sure to subscribe button, the notification bell for more gaming content here on this channel. So we're gonna dive right into it. So you already know my opinion when it comes to Square Enix and their mobile gaming division. To me, I just think it's just a waste of time. I don't know why Square Enix keep putting all of their time, their effort, their money into it just for them to constantly keep shutting these games down. Well, apparently another mobile game has been, I guess, announced that they will be shutting down around February, and that is essentially the Cydia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia, which is, I guess you say, one of the much more successful mobile games, especially when it comes to the Cydia franchise, because we already talked about it, about like 2, maybe 3 years ago, that the Cydia Final Fantasy NT for the PS4 and the PC had officially shut down, and I did a whole video on that about it, having wasted potential. It was a lot there that they could have done with it, but it failed. So if you want to look into that video, definitely I'll post that and maybe in the description or on the card of this video. But back to the news when it comes to this, we're going to go to Eurogamer because they definitely covered it here, and apparently the Cydia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia will shut next year. The Fat Chocobo has sung. So apparently the Cydia Final Fantasy Opera will shut down in February. It's been announced. In a message to loyal players on X, formerly Twitter, the game's end date was revealed as of 29th of February 2024. We would like to thank you for your many years of support and hope you can enjoy playing for a little while longer, reads the post. Developed by Square Enix and Team Ninja, Opera Omnia is a mobile spin-off of the Cydia fighting games first seen on the PSP. It was released in Japan in 2017, followed by a worldwide release in 2018. It's a free-to-play, but includes gacha elements for monetization. The game was criticized for a lack of content at launch, but now has 175 characters to play, as in the global server from across the Final Fantasy franchise. By June 22nd, it has surpassed 10 million downloads, and a follow-up post remaining events were detailed up until the end of the service. So yeah, there was other events that's coming up. So it says, we deeply regret that we were informed that the Cydia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia will end the service. So they explained that, and they want to thank everybody. It says, so please see the attached image of an overview of events leading up until the end of the service. So they still want to have some events coming up leading all the way up until the closure of the game. And they're pretty much, a lot of players are upset, and a lot of people was hoping to see Clive, Jill, and to see how they would look in this art style that they had for this mobile game. And all I have to say is, man, it also has me thinking, what's going to happen to their other mobile games that many people are playing currently, which is Final Fantasy Ever Crisis, as we talked about in previous video, and I really have no faith in that. It just seems like that Square Enix keep putting their faith or keep putting their eggs in this mobile gaming basket. We already seen what happened to Final Fantasy VII First Soldier, and I'm gonna say it time and time again. They had something on their hands. It could have definitely worked. A Final Fantasy Battle Royale can most definitely work. I would like a Battle Royale that's more of a more traditional Final Fantasy, where you have all these different, classes and themes from other Final Fantasy games. But for them to focus it on Final Fantasy VII, since it's the much more popular Final Fantasy, they could have had something going if they would have just created it for the console. It would have worked. And I don't know why they decided to put it on mobile and then surprised that the game didn't do too well. And then, of course, when it comes to their monetization, Square Enix is shitty when it comes to their monetization. They don't know how to monetize with a perfect balance that doesn't seem like, money gouging and greed, and just right to satisfy the customers, to want to be able to invest in a lot of the perks and a lot of the cosmetics that the games have to offer. And that's just a perfect example of them having something, but it failed. And then now we have Final Fantasy Ever Crisis. That is the writing on the wall with that pretty soon. Like they're investing in this. They decide they want to launch and revisit the entire compilation of Final Fantasy 7, but will players and fans get enough to get a chance to see it all the way through? And it also has you wondering why fans continue to invest in these after keep seeing the history of Square Enix constantly just canceling and just shutting down these games. And now you have Final Fantasy, Dissidia Final Fantasy, Opera Omnia, which is one of the Dissidia games that actually done well, that actually done it right as far as making a celebration of Final Fantasy from all generations and bringing it all together into one to create a fan service story. They have done it right, and here we are. We hear right again. Another game being canceled by Square Enix. Well, a mobile game being canceled by Square Enix. So, what is going to happen from here? Because if and when Ever Crisis crash and burn, because I could be wrong. I could be wrong in all this. This may make it to the very end. But if and when Ever Crisis crash and burn, I really think that Square Enix definitely need to reevaluate itself when it comes to the mobile gaming market. Maybe they should pull themselves away from it, because I just don't see a reason for them to go into this market, because it just seemed to not be working for them. Right now, they've been doing a good job as far as bringing back franchises like the Mana series that we've seen with Visions of Mana. Of course, we had the Trials of Mana remake, which was also pretty awesome. I did a review on that. I enjoyed the hell out of that game. And so there's a lot to be desired here when it comes to the console market that it can really focus on. And of course, we got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming, and then we still have the rumors of a Final Fantasy Tactics remaster in the works, and also a Final Fantasy IX remake. But there's still more IPs that they can definitely go back, revive, and put a brand new coat of paint and bring it to 2024 and beyond, that I would definitely love to see. So it's not like that Final Fantasy, or it's not just that Square Enix doesn't have anything. They have a whole catalog, and just looking at Sega themselves, they just went back and just revived five of their old IPs. So I don't see why Square Enix can't do the same. And even if they do revive them, who said they have to be AAA? Start them off as smaller budget projects to see if there is actually, I guess you would say, a return in investment, to see if people actually want to play these games and like these games. But they got to have quality control. They can't just make these games and then, just throw it together and expect people just to buy it because the name of the game, or there's brand recognition with the name itself, and think people will just buy it off the strength of that. No, they have to have quality control and create quality products, because you create quality products, people will continue to throw money at it. And like I said before, the Mana series proved that. Bringing back the Mana series through Visions of Mana proved that if you put out a good quality classic project or IP, people will go out and support it. We have the Nier franchise, especially with Nier Automata, that really done good. And now Nier has become pretty much a household name from Square Enix, and people expect to see more Nier games for consoles in the near future. And if they continue that trend, I don't see where they can go wrong. But this mobile market, either they go back to the drawing board and figure out what works and what doesn't work, or they just need to shut it down altogether. And it's a shame that they have some good ideas with their mobile games, and these ideas can actually be made into actual console games, but instead they put them on mobile games and then they fail. So I don't know what to say when it comes to Square Enix. Like I said, I have a love-hate relationship. It's like an abusive relationship. There's things that I love about them at times with the decisions that they make, and then they turn around at the same time and make some of the dumbest decisions that it just boggles your mind. Like, what the hell are you doing, Square? Like, what the fuck? So that pretty much wraps up this video. I definitely want to hear your thoughts in the comment sections below. What do you think about Square Enix shutting down the CD of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia? Were you a fan of that mobile game? If so, let me know in the comment sections below. I never played it before. Let me know what you liked about the gameplay. What characters were you looking forward to, or what characters in the game that you enjoyed playing in the game, and was it a much more worthy successor within the Dissidia franchise? If you believe that Final Fantasy Ever Crisis is next to Crash and Burn, definitely let me know. Do you think that game is next on the chopping block of them shutting that down? So leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like the video, hit the subscribe button, notification bell for more gaming content here on this channel. This is MugenLord, sign off. I'll see you game fiends later. Peace out.